Hi, everybody. It's 27th of January, 2024. This is the start of the Anglia Street Rod project by the two old guys, Lou and Bob, at the Two Old Guys Garage. And this is segment one. And I'm going to start off by saying you see that the steering wheel is off, the columns apart. We've been chasing for the last couple hours some really weird electrical problems. And a very common fault of weird electrical problems is bad grounds. You get sneak paths and all kinds of weird shit went on. Anyway, it wasn't really working good in the back, so we went through a bunch of shit. And part of the misleading thing was both the emergency four-way flasher and the regular directional flashes were bad. And they actually were both bad because, I'll explain that in a little bit later, but what happened was that ultimately the fault was that the taillights on both sides, particularly the right side, lost their good ground connection. And the reason they lost the ground connection is that these, of course, are repo taillights. They're like black oxide screwed on the back. Bad shit. Obviously it's non-conductive. So when we added grounds and determined that those were the two problems, we actually took the lights out of the fender, cleaned up the stud that the ground lead was on, and put some different washers, a more metallic grab, and that cured the problem, which fortunately we were happy to say that the problem appeared to be the switching mechanism inside the steering column. No, that's fine. Now we just got to replace the two flashes. Everything works. And while we're on the subject, these taillights are commonly referred to as, quote, teardrop taillights. They are actually from the 1939 Ford cars manufactured by Ford Motor Company. And there was a lot of them. There was 487,000, I think, 139 Fords sold. In addition to that, I can't tell you how many hot rods I've seen of various flavors that use the same things as we have here. And sometimes they mount them sideways, sometimes they mount them upside down. We elected that it looks better in the stock Ford position, the teardrop. So while I'm here filming segment one, if you look down here, you'll see that Lou has done his Bondo trick with that god-awful hole that he had to hog out to get the hinges to fit in. And that's looking pretty good. And of course, every time we're down here working on this, we get reminded how this doesn't fit. There'll probably be a half a quart of Bondo to fill in all this stuff. It's all wiggly and this is in. But that's because the fiberglass body was made in two pieces, a right and a left side, and then it was joined together. So in the joining, well, what can I say? Anyway, I think that's about it for now. Hopefully I've kept my fingers out of this one. Apologize for that. So well,
good old flasher.
yeah.
That's what you get when you buy stuff made in China.
Oh, these are Taiwan.
Or Taiwan? Well, they're just as bad as China's.
Yeah.
It's all made.
Oh, yeah, but by the way, my comment at the beginning of part 21 about colder than a witch's ass, what was wrong was I got crossed over, frequent thing in old age. The expression is colder than a well digger's ass, and the other expression is colder than a witch's tit, which Lou corrected me on. Apologize for that. Next time I'll try to warm my cheeks up and warm my head up a little bit. Okay, that's it. We'll catch you later on for part 22, segment 2 will be the next one we film. In the meantime, have a great day. We appreciate your comments and your viewing. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello there. February 4th, 2024. This is the Anglia Street Rod project. Lou and Bob at the Two Old Guys Garage. This is part 22, segment 2, and it's going to be a very short one for a number of reasons. we're kind of in a stall pattern because we're waiting on parts from New Zealand, Smash Palace, and Fender's up in Wisconsin, which is apparently buried in a whole bunch of snow or whatever.
I guess.
Yeah, so we got a little delay. So what I'm going to do is, in the last segment, we were tracking down an electrical issue that ended up being poor taillight grounds due to black oxide coating on their attachment studs. I noted both directional flashes were bad, and this is what caused that. The mechanical flasher has a contact arm made of two dissimilar type of metals that when the current flows through the arms, the front and rear directional lights, it causes the metal arm to heat up and bend away from the light contact, turning the light off. No current flowing, the metal cools down, makes contact again. This is what repeats, causing the directionals to blink. This is the clicking noise heard from the flasher when in use. Also, in our case, poor flasher manufacturing contributed to the failure. And as you can look here, this is about as cheap as it gets. That's the inside of one of the two failed flashers. I mean, little light type material, light wires, minimum amount of stuff to put into it. A typical single incandescent light bulb, like a tail light or directional, draws about 2 to 3 amps. The Anglia front directionals were not installed while chasing the electrical ground, so when testing both directionals and four-way flashes, the current through the flashes was less than normal. What happened is the flasher bimetallic arms heated up, losing their shape, degrading them. Kind of related to this, if you replace directional lights with LED type bulbs, the standard mechanical flasher will often do the rapid light blink thing if it works at all. The efficiency of LEDs reduces the flasher current considerably, causing this. This can be solved using an electric or electronic LED flasher, or the not recommended adding load resistors at the directional light ends. Well, we've been looking at the windshield. Where is it? The guy with the fenders sent us paper templates for the window glass. So Lou has constructed a cardboard piece for the windshield so we get an idea of what we're going to be looking at. And as noted before a number of times, the body here on the fiberglass is very thick. Like 1/8 inch plus, and in the stock steel body it's a knife edge. Where's that rubber? Ooh, the windshield rubber?
The windshield rubber.
Yeah, we do have a windshield rubber, which kind of, not kind of, but it does show how thin this part is expected to, and it's practically a knife edge, right? Yeah. So if you look here, that part is the metal steel, and you can see how thin it is, and it comes to a point almost, and that of course is where the windshield glass goes. So, expecting we're going to have troubles with that, which we'll address. What we're looking at is maybe trying to get a handheld router and grind this stuff down under control so that we don't mess it up if we ended up with a thinner edge. The other thing we're going to do is our buddy locally has the stock steel body. He has a spare one supposedly in a storage shed someplace. So we're going to get together with him and take a look and get some photographs and get some checks. In the meantime, we're in a wait and hold period, so this is a shorty. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully the next segment we're going to have more stuff to show you.
Talk about and add it on.
Yeah. Okay, thank you all. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello Hello there. It's, what is it? February 8th, 2024. This is the Anglia Street Rod project with Lou and Bob from the Two Old Guys Garage. And as we commented in the last segment, which was segment 2 of part 22. This is now, of course, segment 3. We're kind of at a standstill with working on the Anglia, so we've decided today that we're going to go down to my lake house about 90 miles away at Possum Kingdom Lake, and we're going to get my 32 Ford Coupe, which I've been suffering not being able to be near it. Anyway, put it there June of 22 when we were downsizing and moving from our large house, and that got delayed considerably, so we didn't get into a new house until March of last year. And the new house has got what I would kind of call a midget 2-car garage, so I'm going to end up taking my van and leaving it in the driveway, because I'm certainly not going to leave the coupe out in the driveway. Anyway, we're on the way to get it. I'll pick this up a little bit when we get down there, show you what it looks like. Went down 2-3 weeks ago and the battery was flat ass dead, so got a new battery, and we'll check the car over, put the battery in, get some gas, and I'm going to drive it back. Let you know how it goes. Thanks. Hold on. Get you later. Okay. We're here. There's the 32. I can't film too long because the phone charger is missing and the battery is almost dead on the phone. Anyway, that's the 32. Dead battery. I'm about to change the battery up and get it going. Get it off the stands and start to drive it home. Be back in a bit. Well, our mission today to pick up my 32 Ford from storage at the lake was a bust. Not a complete bust, but effectively the car is not here. I'm in my undersized, teeny tiny garage. That you can see is not a lot of room. But anyway, what happened is that we had a little trouble getting the battery to turn the engine over, and finally decided that the problem was the booster cables we were using to get it started temporarily. So what happened then is we actually put the battery in the car and it turns over fast and got it started and running. Took it off the jack stands, moved it out a little bit from the wall, put the tire pressure up to 28 pounds all around, and then went in and the brake pedal went all the way to the floor. Yep, no brakes. Opened up the covers and stuff, and master cylinder for the brake side is completely empty. A little wet, but no fluid. No signs of leaks on the floor. So anyway, had to drive 26 miles to Graham and pick up some fluid at O'Reilly's. Put the fluid in, but of course by now there's too much air in the system and could not get an adequate brake pedal that I felt comfortable with in driving home. So we aborted the mission. Car's sitting there. Do something the next time. In the meantime, on the way home, Lou and I kicked over what could be a possible problem, since there's no sign of leaking fluid anywhere. But boy, that master cylinder sure was empty. And what I'm thinking, a thought occurred to me, is that there is a vacuum brake booster on it. And it wouldn't be the first time I've seen this problem, but the vacuum booster might be leaking fluid at that master cylinder, and it's being sucked up in the vacuum line and being purged out on the engine. So next time I get down there, one of the things I'll do is pull vacuum lines and look for signs of fluid. And in the meantime, I'm going to try to find a rebuilding kit for the Bendix Hydrovac that it is. Hopefully I'll have some luck with doing that. But anyway, here I am. There's my workspace. There's the step up that I was hoping when we bought this house I could kind of put the coupe up on that side. That didn't work out. So anyway, let me change the here. That's my van. That will be where the coupe will go, and the van will go in the driveway. And as you can see, I've got crap piled up all over. Added one of those to take some of the stuff, because it's a tall ceiling and it's not really an easy access to get up into the attic. So I had stuff there originally in that blank spot, and then I basically moved everything over. So I got a workspace. Anyway, that's it. There's the old coupe battery. I'll probably mess around with that just out of curiosity's sake. Anyway, this is the end of this, and thank you all for watching. For the switch up here with the no Anglia in the picture. I'm gonna put this together with the rest of the segments on part 22 and publish it out there anyway, because I don't know how long it's going to be before we finally get some stuff that we can use on the Anglia. We're in a hold mode, as I said before. Anyway, thank you all. Appreciate you. Appreciate your comments and stuff. Take care, everybody.